Drake just clapped back at Kendrick Lamar with his new track, The Heart Part 6. Now look, this goes to invalidate a lot of the things that are said in Meet the Grams and Kendrick's other diss tracks. Now here, Drake takes a defensive position, really just invalidating a lot of the things that Kendrick has brought up in his previous diss tracks. Now here's the thing, Drake mentions the Epstein allegations.
This Epstein angle was the shit I expected.
Says this Epstein angle was what I expected. Unfortunately, we have interviews with Millie Bobby Brown talking about how you were giving her boy advice when she was only 14.
Just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys, he helps me.
What?
Yeah, he's great. He's wonderful, I love him.
And unfortunately, Drake, we have videos of you kissing and hugging some 17-year-old girl on stage after she told you her age. Drake, just saying you expected this does not cut it. Being like, oh, I expected he'd come out with the allegations. Drake, because they're true, Drake. Not all of them, but at least the ones of him being weird and creepy around underage women is true. Am I saying he actually messed with them? No. But being weird and creepy and having this grooming behavior is not okay, and let's just not act like because Drake knew it was gonna happen that he's getting off the hook, because these are serious allegations and Drake needs to be deplatformed if these are completely true. Right now they're all allegations except for the fact that he's creepy around underage women, which is still a really big deal. You wouldn't want this person around your child or anything, just like Kendrick was talking about. Meaning to me, although it does kind of calm the waters of the situation, it doesn't completely let Drake off the hook, and it most definitely doesn't go back at Kendrick, at least in this bar. I'm way too famous for this, as you suggested. Now that is a terrible, terrible argument. You know who else was way too famous for it? R. Kelly. You know who else was? Michael Jackson. You know who else was too? You know what? Epstein. You know who else was too famous for this? So I really can't agree there. And then here's the thing about it too. Kendrick has already painted Drake as a master manipulator. So the fact that Drake fed Kendrick the misinformation and manipulated Kendrick just proves that he's a master manipulator. It is a one-up on Kendrick though, so I will give him that. Let's give Drake the point. Is it as good as Meet the Grams? No. Does it disprove some of the things in Meet the Grams? No. Does it invalidate the things in Meet the Grams? Yes. Some of it does get invalidated here. And a lot of the things that Drake actually says that aren't responses or denial or anything of that nature were already things that were on Mr. Morale. He said, wait, that's the one record you said you got touched. Oh, I made the whole connection. It's about to get real depressing. This is trauma for your own confessions. When your father left you at home with no protection, so neglected. Mr. Morale covers all of these topics. They're nothing new. We knew about this already. Kendrick talked about this already. Kendrick dissected this already. Kendrick took therapy sessions on the vinyl on this already. So I really can't say too much. I am glazing Kendrick a little bit.
Why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child.
Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? That's a good point. Good point, Drake. And although it is kind of like, damn, that kind of sucks. I mean, Whitney's not even like married to Kendrick. Whitney is the fiance. So, I mean, it's like, it's still bad. It's only a fiance. It doesn't hurt as much as someone's wife. You can't act like it is something super damning or super crazy. All it does is save Drake's career, I guess, in which if that was the goal, then cool. Now that last bar, let's talk about it. I'm only messing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I never look twice at no teenager. Now here, Drake is implying that he is already in Whitney's DMs or is already hit, which is insane. Now here's the thing, we all knew that Kendrick was kind of talking about Millie Bobby Brown and some of the other girls that were alleged to be touched by Drake or to be groomed by Drake. And the fact that Drake says, I'm only messing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's, I'll never look twice at no teenager. That's cap, buddy. We already have that video of Drake on the stage hugging up on some teenager. talking about he'll never look twice at no teenager. He literally looked twice. He was hugging and kissing before. She said she was 17. He went hug and kissed again. Literally looking twice. It makes this whole statement a contradiction. And what makes this even worse is that when it talks about Millie Bobby Brown, when Millie was asked about what Drake was talking to her about, she said, he's helping me with my career and he's giving me advice about boys. Let that sink in for a second. Drake really brought up this, knowing that she said that he gives her advice about boys. That don't make no sense. Someone who's 17 years older than you giving you advice about boys when you're 14, when giving advice about boys as someone who's so significantly older and not your parent or something, is strange. Now, this is just my 2 cents. You know, I'm not an expert on the situation. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not Drake 1090, as Drake mentioned, the guy who be finding all the files on legal files and calling out people. I'm not him. I'm just sharing my opinion. And to be honest, my opinion is that Drake, this one just did not do it for me. Now, would it have been a good diss track if he had dropped it right after Meet the Grams? Yes. I think it would have completely invalidated Meet the Grams because of the hype and everything. And this was Drake's best shot, but he missed. He didn't take it. I do think this calms the waters a little bit because it is saying that Kendrick is a liar in this situation, or he's easy to trick. But again, it kind of feeds into the narrative that Drake is this master manipulator. And while that would make him win the beef, it would mean that we can't ever trust Drake again with anything. And we have nothing to believe in when it comes to Drake, just like Kendrick said. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, y'all, I'm out.